Okay, so on Duality Tone I'm quad tracking my guitar, so I have two main guitars and two background guitars. First start with rhythm right. I'm using archetype Gojira with settings like this. I'm not using too much gain because when I'm quad tracking guitar the gain will be still very high, so you have to be careful with gain. It sets very low output. Then I'm reducing a little bit of low end. Guitar is a mid-range instrument, so I don't need that much of low end. But still, I'm reducing a mid on my D8 track. That was too much. You have to do it on your ear, guys. Find a sweet spot on mid-range. Boosting high end to get this shimmer, boosting master and presence, which is again boosting a high end. I really wanted to have a lot of overdrive on higher frequency range than that, which is a kind of low end. I'm reducing this a little bit, and level is on almost 12. Then check out my cabinet. I'm using two of the most popular microphones, Ribbon 1-to-1. You can just copy my settings. Position is almost on center of speaker because I needed this shimmer and low end. It's of course really close, and level is on 12, and I'm not using pan option. Then second microphone is Shure SM57, which is a dynamic 57 on neural DSP. Position is set like this because I needed something that will feel this royer sound the right of the center to get more low mid frequencies. Then it's really close to the speaker. Level is on -20, that was really loud, and pan is on 0. Not using any effects. Before and after, guys. So really sick tone. And next plugin that I'm using, boost on almost 9k kilohertz, almost 2 decibels. Then I'm boosting mid-range 0.4. And that's everything, and of course New York saturation, guys. Mix on 100, mix is on max. I'm just using a saturation knob on 2.6 before and after. More punchy, more in your face sound, like on the album. Okay, now let's go with my left main guitar, of course. And I'm using Rhino this time. I'm using my favorite blue preamp, low sets on -1. Same situation like archetype Gojira. Then I'm boosting mid this time because this is different preamp and I needed this mid-range more on the beginning, and boosting high end a little bit, but because this preamp feels high end. Push option, and okay, I will show you more. This is my Tube Screamer tone sets on 2 to boost mid and high tones. Gain on 1 to just a little bit boost it up. Then level on 15 to crank the volume up. I'm not using gate. Gate sets on -55 decibels. Then my cabinet resonance is on 6, presence is on 6. Resonance is a low end, presence is a high end. I'm boosting these two frequencies. This frequencies range. I'm using a stock impulse response 1 and 4 mixed on 50% with studio option. And that's my before and after. And guys, same situation, that's a copy. This is SSLEQ. I'm boosting a almost 9k on 0.8 decibels and boosting 2k on almost 0.7 decibels, and that's everything, and saturation. And New York saturation, I'm using only saturation knob, which is set on 2.63, and here you have before and after. It's sick, guys, it's sick. And now let's check my two background guitars. Rhino, that's a copy of my signal, but it's on right channel and main is on left channel, so it's making it more interesting. Settings are pretty much the same. And my background rhythm left guitar, HM5050 from Audio Assault. Balance sets on. I was cranking it up, and because that's a background guitar, I needed to boost my gain from mains, so it says like this. I'm boosting bass this time. Really opposite situation than the main guitars. to feel everything. I'm cutting a middle and boosting a treble. I don't need middle on background guitars, guys, I don't need this. But also I'm boosting resonance to get more low end, and master is set on 12, and I'm using stock cabinet. I'm using mix of two cabinets, EVH AHM 412. Plugin is EQ8. I'm cutting, of course, finally I'm cutting everything under 124 Hz, cause that's not a frequency of a guitar. Guitar is a mid-range instrument, so I really don't need this. And one annoying frequency and boxiness on 725 Hz. From 300 to 800 you can hear on your guitar. You can hear a lot of boxiness, so you have to almost always cut this, but in really gentle way. And second frequency is almost 3K, really annoying. Now let's see, guys. Now let's see before and after. It's really cutting through the mix now. Very nice correction from my side. And next plugin is a TDR Nova. What I'm doing here, just reducing my palm mutes to cut my guitar more through the mix. It's a dynamic EQ. It works only when I'm palm muting. It's insane. Now check this out, guys, check this out. Okay, and before and after. And my next plugin is again EQ8. I'm reducing still. That was a lot of math for me on everything, so I've decided to reduce a 100 again. And two annoying frequencies. And last plugin, total game changer. Kramer monotape saturation. Settings are like this. I'm not using this time record and playback level. I've reduced flux, which is a harmonic distortion. But wow and flutter is set on 70, which will change your high-end fizz into an analog sound. And guys, now let's check this out on solo, before and after. And in the mix. And that was everything. And that's my way how to sound like Slipknot on Subliminal Versus album. Hello.